2027 Obi, Atiku and the ADC coalition drama, power play or people's project. Good day and welcome to NAIJA ANCHOR News. Let's Talk Politics, your trusted platform for dissecting the nation's evolving political landscape. Today we dive into the rising storm surrounding the new opposition coalition, the ADC-led alliance, and the growing controversy over Peter Obi's possible involvement. With strong voices like Dumebi Kachikwu warning of manipulation and Atiku Abubakar rallying support. Is this truly a coalition for the people or a recycled power block? The battle for coalition credibility. Dumebi Kachikwu, ADC former presidential candidate, has raised the alarm, accusing Atiku Abubakar and his camp of hijacking the coalition for personal political gain. According to Kachikwu, Atiku is deceiving Peter Obi and using the coalition as a front for his own ambition ahead of 2027.
The presidency is not and will never be the birthright of one section of this country, no matter how much propaganda they spread. There's a lot of deliberate misinformation going on by these agents of destabilization, masquerading as a political coalition. There is a clear difference between a political coalition and a political gang. The first has noble ideals, while the gang seeks power for personal gains. What we have here today is a gang unable to survive outside political office, seeking to hijack the ADC as a means to revive their personal economies. They are truly on a rescue mission, but it's a mission to rescue themselves from the harsh economic realities which they themselves created for our nation. This is the same elitist ignorance that brought Nigeria to this point, where we believe Nigeria is only for the rich and powerful. Bolaji, please be informed that every member of our party, no matter how poor you people have made them, have a say in the ADC. This fake coalition is staging events in different parts of the country where they pay poor Nigerians to say they are decamping from other parties to the ADC. This is the typical strategy of these old politicians, and we have had enough of it. They need to sing a new song. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, a man whose antecedents clearly shows he doesn't believe anyone from the southern part of Nigeria is deserving of being president of Nigeria, orchestrated this charade for his personal benefit. He almost truncated President Obasanjo's return for a second term because he believed the seat was his. President Jonathan suffered the same fate, and then after 8 years of late President Buhari as president, the same Atiku Abubakar believed it was morally right for him to be the presidential flag bearer of the PDP in the last presidential elections. This was most unjust and unfair, and led to the current disintegration of that party. He is now using some charlatans to deceive former Governor Peter Obi that only he, Atiku, has what it takes to win an election because he can get majority of the North to vote for him. This is really uncharitable of him. If the former vice president says my assertions are not true, and that all he wants is a better Nigeria, I then challenge him today to publicly declare that equity demands that the presidency should stay in the South for another 6 years. He can then support any Southern candidate of his choice. He will never do this. But if he chooses to continue on this slippery slope, I want to reiterate that the ADC is not for sale, and it's not an old people's home. We are a party that believes Nigeria needs fresh faces, fresh ideals, and fresh ideas. This current political war is the war of the old for the old. It's not our fight. In the ADC, Nigeria and Nigerians will always remain our objective.
Peter Obi, on the other hand, remained firm. In his own words, he said,
"For me, what is important is let's discuss Nigeria. Whether we are going to do coalition or not, let's talk about the future of the country. Because often we abandon the country and what we need to do talking about power grab. I'm not interested in any coalition that is for purpose of taking power. It is about discussing Nigeria. How do we care about securing Nigeria? How do we care about the common person in Nigeria? How do we care about our children being in school? That is the most important thing for now.
Yunusa Tanko, interim national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, also reaffirmed that Peter Obi will only align with a platform that put Nigerians first, not political calculations.
Based on this particular issue that I mentioned, on a constant basis, he has already made it clear that he's not going to be in any coalition that does not talk about the issue of healthcare, education.
Yeah, I'm not talking
and then,
about
those are the things.
I understand.
Let me give you an analogy.
Yeah.
When you are going into an alliance or a coalition, you either go with your political party. The political party have not been talking yet, but individuals are talking to themselves. And the reasons why they are talking is very, very clear. And he is going there and say, look, when it comes to that particular period of time that we are going to choose a platform, that discussion will be made. But at this point in time, the discussion is based on the interest of the Nigerian people, which is more interesting to him. That is the discussion, because there's a mutual understanding and agreement. You can see that he addressed the northern part of the country, large gathering.
Indeed.
Very interesting gathering.
It was. I watched it.
Yes, and then he was able to say, ABC, the situation of Nigeria is gone beyond your expectation. If you measure our interests as regard to issue of agriculture, we could move Nigerians out of poverty. If you measure yourself into the issue, he been to Almajiri schools. You're talking about a Peter Obi who went to Almajiri school, even their toilet is helping them even building their homes where they stay. That is concern for the people. Not only that, he connects with the northern youth. At the moment now, he even helped in supporting some of their entrepreneurial programs. That is the area of you trying to get people out of poverty. On a continuous basis, it's about the people. It's not about himself. So that makes him different. So anywhere there is a coalition interested in such a position, he is very much interested in it.
Atiku's push and promises. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is not backing down. In a series of recent meetings, he encouraged Nigerian youth not to lose faith in democracy despite election irregularities.
So it's been a struggle all my life, let me say so. And I wasn't struggling for myself, I was struggling for my generation. And apparently, I still don't seem to be satisfied that my generation has done, the best. Yes, you have the largest population within the population of our country, but you are the most vulnerable of the population, youth and women. Of course, women are also part of youth because they are. I still continue to charge you to take more challenges in our electoral processes. My view is that you don't dare enough, in our electoral. I think it requires both of us working together to make sure that objective is achieved. And the objective can only be achieved by the unity of the youth, the hard work and participation of the youth. Believe me, nothing more than that. For a brighter future for this country, because you are the future of this country, and you should not take it for granted. But as far as I'm concerned, I will continue to give you the necessary support, guidance, and leadership so that you can succeed us. We're on our way out, no doubt about that. There are a few of my contemporaries who are still in politics, but I'm still there. I'm still there because of you.
Men are willing once they see a change. And what is that change? The fronting of youths. But we are coming to you, Your Excellency, because we know that you are the leader of the democracy that we're seeking. And we know that you are the leader of the new coalition that we are seeing. And we're soliciting for your understanding with the strategy we're bringing forth to say, help us have that inclusion in the coalition and give us a mandate to deliver as we desire right now as youth.
As the 2027 draw near, Nigerian political chessboard is heating up. While Atiku rallies allies and support through the ADC coalition, Peter Obi is insisting on a people's first philosophy. The question now is, will this coalition serve the interest of the masses or simply reshape old power structures? Thank you for tuning in to NAIJA ANCHOR News Let's Talk Politics. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.